Today we've got fruit juice beers, drunk dental procedures, good news for Georgians, and Genghis Khan actually a con? Let's go! Welcome in, everybody. It is the Craft Beer Republic.
Sure is.
Thank you for drinking. Thank you for joining. Maybe you're paying attention. Maybe you're not. As always, my trusty co-host here. We got Greg, everybody. Greg, how we doing today?
I am pumped today. How are you?
I'm very well. I wonder if anybody ever thinks like I'm going to introduce somebody different. Like,
Right.
like I actually do anything for this show and like I'm going to get somebody else.
That's true. Like, does anybody expect me not to say flex when I'm introducing? It's like, oh, what's he going to say today? Who's it going to be?
Yeah, maybe one day we're just going to have to do something really wacky or maybe I'll just call in sick again.
All of a sudden, I'm just going to introduce your wife instead.
That would never happen. Speaking of never happening, I want to shout out our top listening city, Silver Spring, Maryland.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever been in or around the mouth of Maryland.
I think you're right.
Well, thank you for listening, Silver Spring, Maryland. Don't forget to follow us at Craft Beer Republic, craftbeerrepublic.com, and at FlexMeBeer _ in between. And I see Greg over there is pouring out a beer. So
Literally.
Why don't we find out what Greg's drinking?
Why don't we? Look, I don't want to spoil anything for later in the show, but in honor of episode 500,
Say what?
I thought, I was like, what can I do to honor the episode? I'm not going to go back to the first beer I drank. I'm not. What can I could go back to sort of the beer that got me into craft beer. Feels appropriate. So I went to, unfortunately, the thrift shop of craft beer.
Oh, we know where that is.
But they had it. I knew they would have it. I knew it was the only place locally I could find this beer. Luckily, it's not the world's oldest beer. It was packaged at the end of October. Not the worst. So I am drinking Mammoth Brewing Company's IPA 395. This has gone through a lot of different designs. This is not what I remember the can. In fact, when I first had it, it was only in bottles. And then it was cans, and this is not what it looked like back in the day, but they still have it. I'm glad to see it. 7.2%. Look out, everybody, if I have to read. 65 IBUs, a 3.67 on Untapped with over 14,000 ratings.
That's a lot of ratings.
A lot of ratings. They say our ode to the Owens Valley and the Highway 395 corridor. This IPA has desert sage and mountain juniper berries added to it to offer a unique taste to complement a malty body and an earthy, citrusy, and floral hop profile. This is definitely an old school IPA. It's a little thick. It's a little, malty.
Malty, right?
Yeah, it's old school. I mean, I've been drinking it for at least 2 or 3 years at this point. So I haven't had it in fact, longer than that. But you can see from the color, it's very coppery.
Super copper, super West Coasty.
Super old school West Coast.
It might rip the enamel off your teeth.
Probably will. I need to go put on my white strips afterwards. But on the nose buds, it is dank, it is old school, and I do get some of that juniper coming through.
Ooh. I'm a big fan of that since I like gin, so.
Oh, that's true. And I, surprisingly not a gin fan, loved this beer back in the day. Let's see. Great head, great lacing.
Humongous. That head
drinking it.
Still frothy.
Proper Mammoth glassware, too. This is
how old is that glass?
A minimum 12 years old.
Outstanding.
This was my first favorite craft brewery. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, it's old school. It's there's a lot of malt in there.
That was just the look of somebody that's not surprised. Like, yeah, you're like, yeah, this is what I've had before.
So it's funny. I remember this being a little bit lighter. Obviously, they could have changed it. Maybe it was a little bit lighter. Or as IPAs have gotten lighter, this has, seemed heavier. because back in the day, this was not the loaf of bread that like a Stone IPA or some of those could be.
Right.
This is like a half a loaf of bread. You know, it's not quite as heavy as those really old school ones. So I bet back then I was like, man, this is a little bit lighter. That's probably why I like it so much. Nowadays, it's a little bit heavier, or at least seemingly a little bit heavier. The juniper and the sage are really coming through. I still enjoy this for the old school IPA that it is. Is it what I would reach for first these days? Definitely not. But it's a fun trip down not memory lane. It's a fun trip down the 395 because I love going to Mammoth, the mountain, and the brewery. So in honor of episode 500, this is a nice little throwback.
Right on. Well, not now that you've said it. It is episode 500.
Sure is.
Said I was going to do sound effects. I did sound effects.
You did not disappoint.
I hope I did not. I practiced that off air before you even signed on tonight.
Everyone
Real
should
shit.
know.
Absolute real shit.
As we were starting, Flex goes, I do have sound effects. But he would not key me into what they were.
No, that's what it was. This is episode 500. That's pretty crazy.
It is nuts. I mean, I started thinking about it while I was driving today. I was like, between this show and some other podcasts that I did and guesting on shows, I've done over 1,000 episodes of podcasts. What a fucking dork I am.
No, you're not a dork. You found something you love and you do it and you keep doing it.
Don't get paid for it.
And that's what makes it so impressive.
Oh, all right.
I think it's awesome. Look at me. I'm like halfway behind you.
That's right. I came up with some questions in honor of 500. By the way, I was going to get Dan and Scott to come on and maybe some other friends and things. Time just got the best of me. We will do a big party at some point and celebrate this appropriately. But I figured in honor of episode 500, I came up with some questions. Thought we'd go through them. I will get them all wrong. But do you remember the first beer that you reviewed on this show?
I think I do. Do you have it?
No, I haven't. I haven't even looked up my own. I am not looking them up on purpose because I'm fine with them being wrong.
The first show I was ever on, I believe it was an Elephant Brewing beer.
Wow.
And they sent it to me because I crushed an empty can with my biceps. And then they sent me some beer for doing that, which I thought was neat. And it was called something Rays. And the adjuncts in it were kind of goofy. And that's why I drank it on the show. And that's when Allie was still on the show.
Yeah.
And I wish I could remember what batch it was.
Yeah, I have no. It was still the Unfiltered Gentleman at that point.
Yeah, and or the
I'll bleep that out.
It was like 2021.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I think it was somewhere around like 240-ish.
Okay, I was thinking 340-ish, but that didn't add up in my head because I'll be doing this 5 years in April, I believe.
It was pre-250 because I remember episode 250. It was pre-250.
Okay. So, yeah, I think it was like 247. Actually, you might be able to quote me on that. It might have been 247. I believe that was the first beer I had on the show.
Nice. I don't know. I swear I haven't looked it up. I think the first beer I had on the show was a Firestone. And there's a very good chance that it was a Luponic Distortion because that was all the rage at the time where they were doing the rotating hop series. And I was so for it because that's when beer was fun. And then we were doing education about hops and whatnot. So that's my guess. If anybody wants to correct me, I'm fully open for it.
All right, I'm going to try and find this right now.
I guess we could take a pause and I could look this up.
So I found the beer that I checked in, and it was Elephant Brewing.
Okay.
And it was called Aunt Ray Cow Pants. And it was a red ale, which I mentioned last week about being the most underrated style. And it is a red ale featuring ginger, red curry, and lime.
How funny. I just found it. That was batch 249.
49, damn it. That's 249. So close.
I was able to look up Elephant. Aunt Ray Cow Pants. Red ale from Elephant Brew with ginger, curry, and lime. This leads to a whole discussion on spicy beers and drain pours. Do you like a spicy beer? That was our description. All right. So I found the very first episode. I was not quite correct on the beer. The first beer I had on the first episode of the was Hop Otten IPA from Anderson Valley Brewing.
Do they still exist?
They do. They've gone through a few owners, but they do still exist, and I'm pretty sure they also are still craft.
Well, right on.
Yes. And back then we did Old Timey Word of the Week, and that week was Bearcat.
With a C or a K?
With a C, Bearcat.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So good times.
Right on.
Yeah. So it's been a fucking ride.
Yeah, the fact that I've been doing this for 5 years myself is pretty nuts.
Yeah, I'm coming up on 10. That first episode was July 19th of 2016.
It's insane.
Yeah. Been podcasting longer, but you know, this
literally halfway behind you on this.
We'll get you there, buddy.
Yeah. So then, do you have a favorite moment for 500 episodes?
Yeah, well, you know, it's funny. One of the questions was like funniest, dumbest favorite thing we've done.
Yeah.
I have a lot. I mean, the cheesy answer is I've made friends. I mean, we met because of Beergram and the show and that sort of thing. And that goes for so many people. Vanessa and Wendy and Allie and all these people like met because of either the show or the gram or a combination of the both, which is fucking awesome. I've met some great brewers. I've had so much, free great beer because of the show. And so like, that's fun. One of the things that always sticks out to me is, I think this is like episode 3 or something. This is back when we still talked a little sports. Kobe Bryant, still alive, RIP. He had done this thing where he wrote a letter to himself and like animated it. And it was like, what would you tell 17-year-old Kobe before getting drafted or not drafted, picked up, whatever. And so I told the guys, like, it was back then, it was me, Scott, and Dan. I said, let's write a letter to our 17-year-old selves. And of all the people I expected to take it seriously, it was not Scott. And he took it very seriously. And he wrote himself a very nice letter where Dan and I were like, yeah, hey, don't fuck that one chick. And, don't do this. And he was like, hey, and it was really like deep and thinking and all this stuff. And I don't mean this in a make fun kind of way. Like, it was actually really nice. And so I always laughed when I think, or still laugh when I think about that episode. Cause like Dan and I goofed off and Scott took it seriously.
Yeah. Out of all the people in the world. Right.
Is not how I expected that to go. So, yeah, that's the one thing that pops in my head a lot when people are like, what do you like from the early days of the show? I'm like, that was kind of funny. And just learning about beer has, if you listen to 2016 me versus 2026 me, I mean, what a fucking difference educational wise. I don't know. You, any fun moments come to mind?
I would say my all-time fun moment, which nobody's ever heard.
Oh, I know where this is going.
You, me, and I believe it was Coley.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't join in too much because she was laughing heavily. But we did a little scene, improv skit of Fraggle Rock characters with shitty Boston accents.
Yeah.
And you recorded it for some reason. I don't know why.
And I think I still have it.
And you always joke around about dropping it as like a surprise Christmas episode one year.
Bonus or something.
It was the dumbest fucking thing that it's come out of my mouth.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
And it was so stupid. We were laughing, crying. And I think that is kind of the thing for me too. It's just like all the voices, the impressions, sometimes we get into roles and we'll be goofy with it, but we did some Mickey Mouse impressions one episode. Yeah. And I might have told my story about how I thought Mickey Mouse kind of took control of the Disney universe and beat up all his friends. And he was the only one to show up to the meeting. And he's like, I guess we'll just name everything after me then. And it'll just be my show. So I think those are kind of my favorite.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Come on, Pluto.
We get into the Macho Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's I'd love to do like a beer review as Macho Man one day.
Hey, there's still time.
They're the hops that don't stop. Just
I can taste the juniper berries. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's so much better than my Macho Man.
I don't know about that.
But we definitely get some pretty goofy shit going on here.
Well, the Fraggle characters were the Dozers, and we turned them into the Van Doozes.
The Van Boozes.
So stupid. God, I hope that file still exists. If it does,
I guarantee.
maybe
Knowing you, I
episode.
guarantee it does.
I mean, I saved it. I hope it still works. We'll see. It's a classic for sure.
Yeah, we love Fraggle Rock.
Yeah,
I love the theme song. I think that's kind of what got us into it. And
yeah, and that was right when they had brought it back on Apple TV and all that good stuff.
Right.
Oh, that was great. And then my other question is, what will beer look like in 500 more episodes? Hopefully it's still around.
I'm hoping so. Maybe styles will kind of be a little bit thinner.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that some innovation takes place. I feel like things got a little stale.
I feel like there's going to be like another boom.
Maybe.
Like there has to be.
Otherwise they're fucked.
Right, because you got to think like all the guys our age, people our age, girls, men, boys, girls, ladies, women.
All the above.
All the above. So like when my kids are of age, so I guess maybe 500 episodes, that's what, 10 years?
Yeah. Almost.
Yeah, so my kids will be drinking by then. One of age, one not, but I'll permit it. And since we drank the good stuff, right? And we still drink the good stuff. We don't drink, I would like to think that I will try to instill that on my kids. And I would hope that all the other craft bev enjoyers out there do the same thing. And I think there'll be another uprising.
Yeah, maybe it goes in circles, like all the people our age-ish who are beer nerds and had kids. In the next 10 to 15 years, those kids will start picking up craft again. And
right.
We'll do it one more again.
Like I wish somebody would have showed it to me sooner.
Yeah.
Like that was my only issue with craft beer is I guess you kind of see it out there, but you never know what it was.
Yeah, somebody basically forced me to drink some IPAs because at first I was like, these are weird and taste like roses.
Right. And all you would see is funny like Budweiser commercials or but what was it, the Miller, they had the guys of the fucking round table or remember
Triple H was
Triple
in
H.
That.
Yeah.
It was like man rules or man laws.
Yeah,
or
it was something like that.
And you couldn't cheers with the head of your beer. I remember that was one of the laws.
Oh, I just remember it was like frowned upon to drink fruit in beer, not like,
Still
harping on like Corona and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like the lime in the beer. And
I remember it was bottle specific and it was like, it is illegal or against the rule or whatever to cheers with the head of your beer because you'll swap spit with another man.
Oh, damn. I don't remember that.
Yeah. I think Triple H even read that one. I think that's why I remember it.
Dude, I would love to look these up one day.
Well, the rules are you can't okay, I won't do the whole thing.
Touch your tips.
Hard. It's hard.
Me too.
That's a hard impression to keep going.
Yeah,
with.
It really gets your throat going.
Sure does. So good. If you guys have any fun memories or whatever over the last 500 episodes, send them in. I've had a lot of fun.
Or what you think beer will look like.
Oh yeah, let us know. Mail, Crap Beer Republic, 805-538 beer. All that good shit. It's been fun. Let's hope it stays fun. If you don't mind, before you move on, there was something I forgot to do last week. Last week we talked about Valentine's Day briefly.
Right.
And I had something I was going to play, and I totally forgot, totally fucked up. So it's a little out of date, but if you don't mind, on Valentine's Day, this is going to sound bad. I was texting with Vanessa.
Whoa.
Hold on. Both of our spouses were very aware of it because she was sending me videos and pictures and that sounds bad too.
That does not sound any better.
Her husband was in them and they were in public.
Just play the clip.
Damn it. Anyways, they went out, they got hammered and they needed to sort of like sober up a little bit before getting home. And there happened to be a Buc-ee's nearby. And I got a full private tour of this Buc-ee's they went into. It made me think of you, really. And I wanted to play this because this one cracked me up.
Bikini, for Christ's sake.
I am very drunk.
A regular shirt.
Look at this line. This is the line. Way back there.
And it's just a line to check out in Buc-ee's. She's like, look at this line.
The lines are crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. So I had so much fun texting with her that like Shannon and I were cracking up. I hope they were having as much fun as we were, because everything's like, look at this line. And I'm like, is that the line to check out? Like, that's a line to check out. And she kept responding with videos of her doing commentary. And at one point they found a tap handle you could buy. It was like a deer antler, and her husband's like modeling it for me. And that was good times. It was funny. So that's all.
Amazing.
Yeah, good times.
If there's a place to sober up, though, if I can co-sign to this, it would be a Buc-ee's.
Yeah. You know, I forgot to ask her is if she had the, what is it? The breakfast burrito that they're
breakfast
known for?
burrito is so good. Well,
Yeah.
like their brisket sandwiches and like the
brisket
pulled
sandwich.
pork
That's what it was.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Or I think, they do like sliced brisket and shredded brisket, something like that. And
Yeah.
it's good. But the burrito, man, nothing topped the fucking burrito.
Oh, okay. Well, not under that clip. Hi, Vanessa.
Yeah. Hello, Vanessa.
That was fun. We were cracking up. At one point, she's like, sorry for ruining your Valentine's Day. I was like, no, we're cracking up. This is fantastic.
Yeah. It just made it that much better.
Yeah.
So Vanessa was out doing some Buc-ee's research.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been out doing any research?
Funny you should ask. I did a little. So that same weekend, Valentine's weekend, the wife and I went on a little trip into Morro Bay. Anybody from California probably knows Morro Bay. A little city. Wait for it. On a bay.
Crazy.
Nuts. I love Morro Bay because there's this Airbnb I found that's literally on the water. Like if you fell off the balcony, you'd get wet. And you can just sit on the balcony. I like to sit there, drink my coffee. When coffee's done, I switch to mimosas. When mimosas are done, I switch to beer or wine or whatever. It's so relaxing. You can watch the little otters float by and eat with their little ottery hands. It's the cutest thing in the world. Maybe get a little stoned and watch them. It's a total trip. So we did that for Valentine's Day weekend and had a blast. But downstairs was Three Stacks and a Rock Brewing, which we've been to years ago.
Right downstairs?
Well, it's like the next building over. So
Well,
you went downstairs, next building over.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. And so we went there years ago when we were there. It was like 5 years ago. We really, really enjoyed it. And I was like, we need to go back. I want to make sure it's still good. We went, and I got to be honest, they've moved locations. I don't know where they're brewing anymore. It was not as good as the first time, or at least as I remember it. I had their hazy, and here's where it went bad. The hazy looked the same as the not hazy.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, I actually had to ask which one was which.
That's not good.
Yeah. The hazy was not good. It was really, really bad. The West Coast, though, was actually pretty good. And so I sort of plugged and chugged the hazy and then enjoyed the West Coast.
Well, that's, 50%. Not bad.
Yeah. The wife got a guest beer. It was a sour. She basically only drinks sours at this point when it comes to beer. So, and it was delicious, but not their own. But anyways, I did a little research and figured I should report that I am still going to breweries despite my classy wine love.
And I did go out on a Monday myself.
Oh, you did research?
I did a little. I mean, I just went to the regular spot.
Sure.
But I had a beer. We don't need no roads. I treated myself as I'm trying not to have weekday beers anymore.
You know I love that name.
It's like a thing. I know. What's great about this beer is it's like a double IPA, not a hazy, and the flavor profile is like citrus, grapefruit, bubblegum, which bubblegum is usually like an off flavor.
Right.
And this is not an off flavor.
There's one specific hop that gives that flavor, and I can't think of what it is right now.
But the beer like completely followed suit with the flavor profile. And I was so glad I had ordered it, and I'm so glad that was the beer that I treated myself to. And it was absolutely wonderful.
Nice.
So that was very nice to kind of, like I said, get out, treat myself a little bit, and
Yeah.
feed the human spirit.
Is it cashmere that gives the bubble gum?
I don't know.
I'm going to Google this.
Lotus, cashmere, and citrus. So yes, probably cashmere.
Oh, it might be. I just Googled what hop gives bubblegum flavor. It says Mosaic, Triumph, African Queen, Simcoe, Emerald Spire. Huh. Did you hang out with your crew when you were doing your...
Yeah, I got to hang out with a few of the guys, catch up, do some dad chatting, do some regular chatting, got to catch up with the beer tender a little bit.
Nice.
I plan to go out for like an hour and a half tops. And then it's usually like 3 hours later. I'm like, dude, I got to fucking leave.
Yeah.
Because
just have one.
Time flies. Good company makes everything so much better. And I did leave with a little bit of extra time to get home and get some shit done. So I was psyched about that. But yeah, it was, like I said, nice to treat myself. I haven't been getting out much. And
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
I went to the doctor a couple weeks ago and I got my physical because I'm doing
Doctor says I need a backiotomy.
Yes. My back, cops, my back.
Sorry.
But I'm doing like adult things now. I'm like,
wow.
Hey, I'm 37 years old. I should probably get looked at, get my blood taken.
Sure. I got a couple years on you. I'm still not doing it.
And basically what I've discovered is I'm no longer at healthy by default age. So I've like, I may appear healthy to others and
sure.
And then I have certain things that are off and now we're trying to figure out what and why. So I'm trying to live just a touch healthier of a lifestyle.
That's why I don't go to the doctor.
Yeah. So it's kind of eye-opening when they're like, hey, maybe we need to test you for this and maybe we need to test you for that. And I'm not crazy, so I'm not thinking that I have said issues, but it's never too early to start trying a little bit.
Herpes, huh?
Yeah. The gift that keeps on giving is what they say. Anyway, I got this beer.
You look thirsty.
And I think I want to tell the people about it, Greg.
Yeah. Tell the world.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers, only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex drinking.
What is it?
All right. I swear to God, I've never had this brewery before. It is a Brick City Brewing.
They're going to say Eagle Park.
No, God, no. I thought about it. But this is Brick City.
Brick
And
City.
My kid took this off the shelf and said, here you go.
Oh.
And that's how I got this beer. It is called Tangerine Jams. It is a very orange can. It has
very orange
wedges or slices, whatever you want to call those, all over the can. It looks wonderful. Orange is my favorite color, so I did notice it as well.
Oh. I got the orange iPhone.
I'm very jealous of you. It is labeled as a milkshake style double IPA.
Oh, you went milkshake on us.
It's been a minute, actually. And I love milkshakes, but they are hit or miss. And this one, the can reads 8%. Tangerine and vanilla, dry hopped with citra and mosaic. So pretty classic. And the old Untapped here, 549 check-ins, and even 4.00.
Wow. All right.
That's pretty wild. Holy shit, man. I shouldn't have opened Untapped because this is a doozy.
Read the can.
Yeah, let me... Tangerine Jams is an 8% ABV milkshake style double IPA. Brewed with lactose for a sweet, creamy base and double dry hopped with citra and mosaic before being conditioned on an insane amount of tangerine puree and rich vanilla. Pouring a vibrant orange color. Vibrant orange.
Mm-hmm.
This beer is the ultimate citrus creamsicle dream. We'll leave that to my opinion. Opening up with a sweet aroma of big vanilla and hints of tangy citrus. Upon sipping, we're finding notes reminiscent of juicy tangerine slices. Well, makes sense. Light grapefruit and ribbons of orange marmalade swirled between layers of ice cream. I would say they're making this sound to be the best milkshake IPA you've ever had.
Yeah.
So on the nose buds, Greg.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That good, huh?
It's orange and a little vanilla.
It's like a creamsicle.
It looks really good. It doesn't smell really good. So now we're going to try this.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I have not had great success with milkshake IPAs.
Well.
But I believe in you.
We're a little worried, but we're gonna warm up the old tongue jobber anyway. Ning, 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 ning. Ning, ning, ning.
Did it sputter?
Yeah, a little bit. I think we're low on gas. But low on gas, high on gas, doesn't matter. Without further
Low on gas, high on life.
ado,
Yeah.
let's dig in here.
That's real LA night of me. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is.
Uh-oh. I can't. It's hard to tell by the face, but it doesn't look great.
It tastes like a. I don't want to be mean. It tasted like they like screwed up a beer.
Oh.
And they're like, this could be it. And then they just put it. It does it. If you gave this to somebody and they said it was tasted like orange, they'd be like, yeah, maybe.
Doesn't know.
You know? And there's some weird flavor in it that's not vanilla or milkshakey.
Oh. The tangerine.
The jury's out on that one.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is pretty lackluster. How it's got a 4. That's kind of mind blowing. Maybe
Wow.
it's better, fresher. Maybe it's better on tap. I don't know. I'm trying to give a little benefit of the doubt.
Is there a date on that can?
I there's not. I did look.
Okay. Did you get 1 or 4?
I did get 1.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, I'm pretty relieved on this one. I did get a 4-pack of the beer last week, and I was pretty psyched about it.
Yeah, it worked out well.
Yeah, and this now I'm pretty psyched. I got 1 can.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not great. This is not great.
Yeah, we should move on quickly.
All right. Well, I have some bad news. So on to some hopeful good news here.
Yeah.
Nope. More bad news, Greg. Heineken 0.0 line extensions hitting retailers next month. When it rains, it pours.
Go on.
The NA beer is now just fruit juice. Heineken is expanding its non-alcoholic beer line with 2 new Heineken 0.0 flavors because we needed more. Cold pressed lime and nectarine juniper. The first flavor varieties for the NA beer brand will launch next month in the U.S. Heineken USA CEO Maggie Timoney shared on LinkedIn last week.
Blah, blah, Timoney.
Live a lie. Damn it, dude.
Sorry. At what point do you just start serving juice and say, this is NA beer?
Yeah, I mean, you could almost serve a Diet Pepsi to somebody and say, here's your NA beer.
Yes, I have gotten you this NA beer, sir.
Yeah, let's get some, borders with this, right? Let's hone it in and
Yeah, let's wrangle it in here.
Let's
and
figure it out and
this is not it, guys.
just maybe stop doing it. I don't know.
Yeah, because as someone who is not drinking, which sure, maybe you've given up drinking. If you want an NA beer to, get that flavor of beer back, you gonna reach for a fucking cold pressed lime or nectarine juniper?
I'm not.
No, I'm not gonna reach for that in normal beer.
No, I tell you what, the worst part about anything non-alcoholic is when you start adding, juniper or hibiscus or anything like that.
Right.
At that point, I'm just like I said, give me a Diet Pepsi. Give me a sparkling
Exactly.
water. You still get the carbonation, which I very much enjoy that carbonation.
Oh,
bite,
absolutely.
and then you're just not drinking shit. So
Right. I mean, because I feel like they've said like, hey, look, there's no alcohol in it. So we can do whatever the fuck we want with calories and carbs and everything else. And people won't care.
no, and then the way they market it, and people actually think it's going to be good.
Right. And it's healthy.
Well,
No, it's
anything non-alcoholic will be healthy, idiots. The latest compound of breweries to join up. The latest of craft brewing forces occurred in Bend, Oregon last week. Crux Fermentation Project, Cascade Lakes Brewing, Silver Moon Brewing, Good Life Brewing, and Tumalo Cider Company, all companies with operation in Bend, have formed the Oregon Beverage Collective, the OBC.
You
Almost
know the OBC?
You know me.
Thank you.
almost all brewing will transition to Crux Fermentation's production facility. OBC shared in a statement to Brewbound, the collective plans to maintain as much of our teams as possible, noting that this collective isn't about reducing staff, it's about creating a larger, stronger group with more room to grow. Cascade Lakes co-owner Andy Ryan will serve as the OBC president, while Silver Moon Brewing owner Steve Augustine will serve as CEO. Well, that is just happening everywhere.
I will say I was interested in the story because Silver Moon, I know of Silver Moon. We've had Silver Moon on the show. They're the ones that do the Fuck Cancer beer. And you can donate every year. I think they still do it. Every year you can donate. And if you donate, I think it's like $25 or $50, they will put someone's name on the can, the Fuck Cancer can. And then that money ends up going to cancer. It doesn't just go to the brewery. They do donate the money, but if you're willing to donate the money through them, they will put someone's name on the can for you. And I've done that a couple of times.
No kidding. They still do that beer.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, man.
Man, it's been a minute since I've seen that.
I feel like I'm being tested. I guess I could look this up. But we've definitely we've had it on the show before. I'm Googling the F Cancer beer. I don't know why I'm giving you the play-by-play. They definitely did it last year.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay. Feel like I just haven't seen it. But that's great that they're still doing it. Love it. Speaking of great, Real American Beer leg drops Hulk Hogan.
Oh, brother.
That's a rough one. Real American Beer is retiring its packaging featuring the late Hulk Hogan, who is counted among the brand's founders. The lager maker revealed a new visual brand identity Wednesday that is slated to roll out into retailers in March, along with a pair of taglines, 200% American and it's different. That is so modern. It's not even funny. In addition to a new look, Real American Beer has moved production to a new contract producer that reformulated the beer's 4.2% ABV, 99 calories, and 3.9 grams of carbs.
So they've turned it into Mick Ultra.
What's crazy is I still see this beer in my local shop.
Oh, really? I've still not seen it locally.
Oh, and it's in, they got 4 packs of the 16-ounce cans. And it's still the Hulkamania version. I don't know if that was new or first or always or what. But it kind of, every time I see it, I'm like, man, I wish I could get that.
I love the swap out for a completely different beer. Like this feels like when Fresh Prince swapped out Aunt Viv.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this is a completely different beer, but you should still buy it anyways.
Still buy it, yeah.
Yeah.
Still drink it in. I guess the Hits Different really gets me. It's appealing to good for them appealing to the younger generation.
Sure.
You know, how many times I've said Hits Different in front of the younger guys at work and
the wee lads.
Right. My kids in
right.
joking manner, this slaps, this hits.
Right.
So I guess good for them to shy away from,
I don't know. At 4.2%, nothing's hitting.
No, I mean, at that point, just get the banquet.
Right.
All right. That's what we do.
I think those are the stats of Michelob Ultra.
I know Michelob's 95 carbs.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Not 99. Okay. 95 calories.
Calories. That's what it is.
2.6 grams of carbs, where this is what? 3.9. And 4.2. So same ABV.
Which that's like domestic ABV.
Yeah. So 4.2, same ABV, 4 more calories and a couple more carbs.
Yeah.
It's fucking Mick Ultra.
And
brother.
Maybe they're just building up a rivalry.
There you go.
They'll settle it at Beer Mania or something.
That's right. It's going to run wild.
Georgia craft brewers are pushing lawmakers to loosen restrictions that limit how they sell their beer, which they should.
Yeah.
A bill under consideration would allow breweries to sell up to 1,000 barrels annually to retailers within their county and remove the current 24-can daily limit on to-go purchases. Brewers say the changes would help small businesses grow and reach local bars and stores more easily. We need a more flexible system, said Georgia Craft Brewers Guild Executive Director Joseph Cortez, arguing it would help breweries build their brands and stay viable. Yeah, I think
Pretty
that's
much.
great. The proposal faces opposition from large alcohol distributors and other groups who want to maintain Georgia's 3-tier system.
Of course they
One
do.
lobbyist warned against returning to a wild west of alcohol. Come on now.
I long for the days of a wild west of alcohol.
Come on now. The Senate committee has not yet voted on the bill, but a decision could come soon as several alcohol-related measures move through the legislature.
Yeah. Spoken like a real big beer brand. The wild west of Let
Come on
these
now.
fuckers sell their beer. Oh my God. They're not taking away from your shit Mick Ultra. You're fine.
Well, things are going to get crazy, Greg.
Ah!
People are going to be dueling and, you know,
They were
spittoons are coming back. And
Oh my God. Let's see, high noon.
that
Not the
is-
drink, but like the time. for
Right,
duel.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that. And if you
Yeah.
don't, read a
I
book.
know.
Here's a kind of wild story.
Kinda.
Yeah, I would say an Iowa dentist reinstated after being drunk at a state prison. How does that sound to you?
Scary.
An Iowa dentist has had his license reinstated after being convicted of being intoxicated while treating inmates at an Anamosa State Penitentiary. Dr. Payman Bayati was
Nailed it.
arrested in December 2023 after completing a root canal while allegedly drunk. Honestly, that's impressive.
Don't blame them. Oh,
Right.
yeah. I was going to say, if I was getting a root canal, I'd like to be drunk.
Oh, if I'm doing root canals at a prison, I'd probably like to be
Oh,
drunk.
that too, yeah.
Police reported slurred speech, a strong smell of alcohol, an empty flask found in his car. Why don't you just start with that? And a blood alcohol level of...
I mean, I feel like being drunk while being a dentist, the bar is low. I'm going to say like a 1-2.
It was a 158.
Okay.
So
I
he's
mean,
almost
basically
twice
double.
the legal driving limit.
all right.
Court testimony described Beati swaying during the procedure, struggling with instruments, and appearing confused.
Struggling with instruments. Fuck.
Imagine being the guy in the chair.
Oh, man.
You know,
I would
you-
not like to do that.
Got your mouth just like
Yeah.
propped open.
Just the drill swinging back and forth.
Sounds like, honestly, it sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Beati admitted he was intoxicated, but claimed someone, possibly his dental assistant, tampered with his coffee by adding isopropyl alcohol. Is that correct?
That old story. Close enough. It's rubbing alcohol.
He was convicted of public intoxication in April 2024 and surrendered his license for at least 1 year. Last month, the Iowa Dental Board approved his early reinstatement, requiring either enrollment in a professional health program or 3 years of substance use monitoring.
Man. My teeth are fine. Please don't look in my mouth.
If I'm in Iowa, I'm seeking this guy out. Because if he can perform a root canal
At double the
twice
limit.
the legal limit,
Yeah.
imagine what he can do stone sober.
Guy's a genius.
He's a miracle worker.
fucking A.
All right, and we'll end it on this one today. Man accused of driving 100 miles an hour while drunk, hopping away from deputies during stop in Collier County. According to Collier County Sheriff's Office, a deputy was conducting speed enforcement on Vanderbilt Beach Road at Oaks Boulevard when they saw a silver Kia Soul. That's the most embarrassing car.
I was going to say, of course, it's a Kia Soul.
Sped by at what the radar determined to be 96 miles an hour in a 45 mile an hour zone.
I didn't know those cars went that fast.
I didn't think they did anything.
They topped at 38.
It is just, again, the worst car. The deputy began pursuing the Kia, which probably wouldn't have been hard, as it continued east on Vanderbilt Beach Road and crossed onto Logan Boulevard at speeds of over 100 miles an hour.
I call bullshit.
The Kia then crossed Island Walk Boulevard before slowing down and stopping on Pristine Drive, CCSO, Collier County Sheriff's Office said. The driver of the Kia was identified as Brent Alma Francis, 41 years old. Alma Francis was ordered to step out of the vehicle, but then would not follow simple instructions according to the sheriff's office. It said that Alma Francis began hopping around on the road as deputies attempted to secure him. I'm wondering, 2-foot hop, 1-foot hop?
I need to know.
He's got
Are we
a belt.
hopscotching?
He got a belt around his legs. What's going on here? Alma Francis was eventually secured, and while being detained, deputies noticed a strong odor of alcohol.
You don't
Alma
say.
Francis was transported to the Naples Jail Center and asked to perform standard field sobriety rules, which he failed. Shocker. And it says Alma Francis then refused to take a breathalyzer and became aggressive with deputies.
Would he
was
hop on their
arrested.
face?
Maybe his nickname's Frogger, and he was just trying to live up to it. He was arrested and faces charges of fleeing and eluded police, driving over 100 miles an hour, DUI, and refusal to submit to DUI testing.
Be honest. If you're his lawyer, do you just walk in there and go, Your Honor, my client drives a Kia Soul.
Yeah.
There's no way this could have happened.
Have mercy on it, please. Just
We all know he could not get up to 100 miles per hour unless he's falling downhill.
right. I mean, that was the commercial. That's the car that came out with like the hamsters and
Yeah.
the guinea pigs. That,
Hamsters, I think. Right?
yeah. How do you market that?
There's no way it does 100.
Somebody said, "Here's this box on wheels.
Yeah.
Like-
filled with rodents.
Figure something out." And they came
Yeah.
up with hamsters.
Hey, intern Brian, as a lawyer, be honest. Your defense is he was
this
driving
is
a
a good
Soul,
question.
right? Like we got to know these things.
Right. It's like the glove don't fit. It's like, no, I'm sorry.
Right.
My guy drives a Kia Soul. No.
Yeah. We're done here.
No.
I said good day.
Absolutely not. All right. So, well, I think we'll hit some music.
Yeah.
We already said hi, Vanessa, but we're
We
going to
did.
say it again.
Hi again.
We're going to thank you all for listening. We're going to say follow us on the socials at Craft Beer Republic again, at Flex Me Beer. Send us mail at craftbeerpublic.com. Or you got a beer horror story, or you got a drunk night, and you just want to give us a call at 805-538-BEER.
Yeah.
I think that is everything. We are glad you guys listen. Hope you're enjoying and staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
Good night, everybody. Genghis Khan actually a con?
oh, it's so stupid.
So stupid.